All right, welcome to another Forex Bootcamp. Again, my name is Phil Smith here, and I'm here to share some information with you guys about how to grow as a trader. So let's go ahead and dive into some content. I want to start off with this particular video here to showcase and share some of the gurus or the individuals that I follow within the Forex realm that I listen to or watch their videos over and over to provide me some content, to provide me some value so I could put together the puzzle, the so-called puzzle, right? Because Forex is a puzzle. You're just going to find the right necessary pieces to create your trading strategy, your trading plan. Okay. So by following the footsteps of other people who are ahead in this journey, all you got to do is pretty much follow in their footsteps. And when you follow in their footsteps, you've actually eliminate a lot of pain. You don't step in the landmines that they've stepped in because they tell you how to avoid them, right? So when you're reading the charts, putting together your trading plan, um, you know, you can literally just take notes from these people that have YouTube channels on YouTube to cultivate your own plan, your own strategy, so to speak. So I'm just going to highlight some of the people that I follow that you might want to follow as well. Because they say YouTube is a university, right? YouTube University. There's a lot of information on YouTube, but you got to learn how to, you know, separate the good from the bad, so to speak. One of my professors in college said, you go to the library. The library have multiple or a plethora of books that you can actually check out. Be careful what you check out because what you feed your mind will grow you as a person. It's important that you check out the books that will help you develop your mind to a person that you want to be. Okay, so this is the pathway to your success. I encourage you to watch a lot of videos, follow a lot of people that relate to you, your personality, and watch those videos over and over and over. Okay, because I remember my younger brother became a very successful and very successful and skillful basketball player. I remember giving him a video of Michael Jordan, and he watched that video over and over and over and over to the point where he was actually shooting like Michael Jordan, actually scoring like Michael Jordan, hitting those threes and things of that nature. He became very successful at doing that. So I tell you that story to tell you that if you watch a video over and over and over, you'll start to remember what that instructor teaches and what to avoid in the market, right? And how to become successful. So let me just highlight some of the people that I follow. The first one, of course, is FX Carlos. Shout out to FX Carlos. This gentleman has taught me a lot. Okay. All his videos are on point. He shares his rags to riches story. And he actually lived in the same state that I lived in. Lives in the same state that I used to live in back in the day. I used to live in California, and he lives in California. And I can resonate with his story because definitely, you know, could look back at some of the things he's shared with his audience on his YouTube channel. And now that he's become very successful as a Forex trader, I encourage you guys to subscribe to his channel, follow his training, and make it part of your your success plan, so to speak. So shout out to FX Carlos. He is a dominant force in this industry, no holds barred Christian, and he tells you like it is. His trading strategy is on point, and I encourage you to subscribe to his channel. All right, so the next person that really got me really intrigued with Qbanks. Qbanks is a guru in this industry. Qbanks is an individual another rags riches story, right? Started in working for Target back when he was a young man, and now is an individual who can actually extract over $100,000 in the market. I think his best day was over like $600,000 he made in one day, 1 week, trading the Forex market. And I tell you, this individual, you will definitely want to subscribe to his channel because you will learn a lot. You'll be inspired. He encourages his audience to follow in his footsteps and to be the best that they could be. Okay. So if you haven't followed Q Banks, go ahead and subscribe to his channel and come back often. I mean, $600,000. I mean, that's right here, a $600,000 trade. So I encourage you to subscribe to his channel and come back often. I mean, this guy, he's got over what 174,000 subscribers, 70 videos, and his training videos. Definitely, I would encourage you to watch those videos over and over. Um, he breaks it down. I mean, here at Confluence 2.0, definitely watch this. You can understand how he teaches, how he trades, and how he puts everything together. So QBanks should be on your list of followers, especially on YouTube. Okay. You definitely be inspired and encouraged. This guy, he's a force to be reckoned with. Very humble, you know, and he definitely, I can't say enough about QBanks. QBanks is the best that there is out there. And then you have Limbo Raul, young guy, younger me, yet his content, his training, his videos are polished and it gives you the real deal. Okay. Definitely subscribe to Limbo Raul. It's got big dreams, young guy, was able to purchase uh, his fleet of luxury cars and exotic cars are second to none. I definitely encourage you to watch this video where he takes delivery of a very exotic sports car. Um, I mean, dreams do come true when you know exactly what you're doing in the markets. So definitely subscribe to Lambo Raul. Wow, this guy is amazing. Very humbled guy. Okay, married with a child, and he hasn't even hit 30 yet. He's younger. He's a young gentleman in his 20s, and I watch his videos often. I come back here in this channel and just watch his videos over and over and over. I watch the inspiring videos, purchase different exotic cars. I watch the training videos on his channel, and I think he's got over, let me see, yeah, 102 videos, 193,000 subscribers. Okay, and definitely should tell all your friends to subscribe to his channel. So we can also help him grow his channel, share his content with your friends. And these are the three people really that I watch over and over and over. So as soon as they put content out, I'm actually watching it. I take time out of my schedule to make sure that I watch it from beginning to end because this is where you all want to be. If this is what you want to do, this is your career. Um, Definitely follow these individuals. Recording in progress. You want to be part of what they're doing. Okay, so and then lastly, of course, you want to follow my channel. Okay, so this is me. I try to follow in their footsteps so I can share with you something similar content because as I learn from them, I try to teach myself the content that they're teaching and then put it on my channel so that way you guys can learn it as well. Because there are going to be so many different trainers out there, but you can only gravitate to the ones that you can resonate with. And you gravitate to the people that um, you know and like, of course. And out of 100% of the trainers out there, 5% of the trainers you resonate with. And those are the people that you want to follow and, you know, learn from. So I want to share that with you guys because that's important. Make sure you go to the channel and watch the videos like this. Okay, so all right, so now that I share that with you and share with you some of the gurus that I'm not even gonna call them gurus, but experts, right? Because when you become really good at something, people tend to seek you out and follow in your footsteps. So definitely this is your pathway to your dreams, pathway to success. Definitely follow those individuals that I just showcased and shared on this training. So let's go into now content. Because some of the things you definitely want to put in your notes is to follow a strategy. Okay, I'll write down a trading plan for yourself. So I'm going to log into TradingView and go into the charts. And let's take a look at Bitcoin right now. It's actually trading. It's open. The market is open with Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. And I'm going to teach you how to do a quick analysis within the Bitcoin. Because I've been trading Bitcoin today and I had some success. And all my trades that I placed on Bitcoin today was very profitable. And yeah, so let's look at the chart, take a look and see what we got going on with Bitcoin. So let's go to the daily, so do a top-down analysis. Because we have to understand, number one, write this down, market structure. We also have to understand trends, whether the market's in an uptrend or a downtrend. We also have to understand how to decipher different time frames, right? How to do a top-down analysis from the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. And also look at the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and place your trade either at the 5-minute or the 1 minute. All right, so those are where I actually enter my trades. Well, let's look at the daily. So I'm going to erase everything. Do a top-down analysis. So this is the chart for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, BTC, USD, Bitcoin against the United States dollar. Okay, so first off, where's the market at right now? We have our highs and we have our lows. So we know that the high with Bitcoin was 73,835.57. So we mark the high, right, at the body all the way up to the wick. That's the high of the market for the day. And then we also mark the low, right, from the wick to the body, right here. So the low was 38,501. Okay. So each one of these candles are daily candles. So if you look at the daily candle, we notice that the low happened over here, which is Tuesday, January 23rd, the year 2024. And then we mark the high, which is right here. And that happened Thursday, I should say. Thursday, March the 14th, 2024. So we had a bullish run right here from January to March. Okay. And then we notice that the market hit the top of a trend, this is an uptrend, hit the top of the trend and then started to retrace and started trading lower. Because if we take our marker here, once that The market was here, made a low, then made a high, then made a lower low. This low is lower than this low over here. All right. Then it made it high. Then it made another lower low. Okay, so this low is lower. If you look left, it needs two lows over here. And then the market went up here. Then it made that went right here. So it didn't make a lower low. Okay. So it's not lower than this low right here. So all of a sudden, it broke structure, right? It broke structure. It made a high, came back down, and continued to break structure. So now it was making a high, but if you look at all of this here, this particular high never broke this high over here. So when you see something like that, we still are in a downtrend, because in order for this to be an uptrend, it has to break this high over here. Okay, so we're in a downtrend. As you can see, it came down, then it consolidated, right? Went sideways, then it went up, and it still didn't break. It didn't break this high over here. Okay, and then it started to trade lower. Let's see, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, went sideways here, then dropped, then went up, then went down. And guess what? It made a lower low. You see what I'm saying? It's lower than this low here. So this whole time, it was in a downtrend. Even though it popped up right here, okay, you should have been looking for sells throughout this trend. Okay. All right. So now we're right here, right? But what's going on the left side? So if we are to put our demand, mark out our demand, supply and demand, we notice that right here is where the market did not go any lower. It just started to peak up a little bit right here. So what we need to, focus on, if we look left, we notice over here, you guys know I've been teaching on fair value gaps. This is the fair value gap. So it literally had to come down and fill this gap, which it did with this wick. It filled this gap. And it's bouncing off this gap, hopefully to go higher, right? But we'll go into lower time frames to take a look to see what's going on. Okay. But we also see that this candle here, okay, we'll mark this candle, the black candle before the green candle, as another area of demand. We know the lows down here, so but we would focus on the closest demand zone, which is right here. So let's take a look to see what's going on in the lower time frames. This is the daily. So this is how I normally would mark it up. So you might want to follow my footsteps in this area, and you'll notice that we are pretty much in a downtrend. Okay. So if I make this little thing darker, make it red, you'll notice that we've been in a downtrend since it came off the peak downtrend. Okay. All right. So now let's go and see if we can catch an entry by analyzing the other time frames. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete. Well, let's make it lighter, and then go down to 4-hour. Okay, so we're going to keep that as a guide to remind us that we're in a downtrend. Okay, so in order for this market to make a market structure shift or an uptrend, okay, it's got to break some of these levels that you see here. Okay, so let's take a look. This is the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour time zone. All right, so We could pretty much stretch this out if we wanted to, but we're really pretty much at this zone right here based on the daily. This is the daily zone, right? And we're noticing that the market is trying to climb up these higher levels. So we could mark out a couple of things here to see if we can get a market structure shift. We take the horizontal ray, and I'm going to mark out these peaks here where the market made lower lows, right? So let me lock this up here. We'll start from the top, and we'll put wherever you see the black candle dip, we'll put a marker there. Okay. That's point of interest. Now, one of the things I've learned, which is really beneficial, is during the 1 hour time frame, down to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Now, the reason why I put these lines here is to train my eye to notice that if the trend starts to change, it has to go above these markers here, right? In order to get a market structure shift, in order for the trend to continue higher, okay, it's got to go above some of these lines, right? But I really want to focus on looking for taking sell orders. I'm not really interested in buy orders because we don't know, how high this particular reversal will go. Now, some of you guys know that I use Fibonacci a lot. Well, let's go down to the 1 hour and take a look to see what's going on in the 1 hour. Okay. So my lines are pretty much consistent. So if I was to bring a box around these peaks here, these areas that I'm looking for reversals, or these areas will be touched again for continuation of a downtrend. I'm just marking them up. Okay. Now, the high is up here, and we could take our Fibonacci tool, which is over here, take it from the top, go all the way to the bottom to see and watch the market to see if the market's going to pull up to the 0.68 or 0.79. These are the sweet spots. So I would definitely put a marker here to remind me that this is the sweet spot for a continuation of a downtrend. Okay. So if it gets into the zone, and doesn't break above the zone, we'll notice that it'll come into the zone, and I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candle to continue the journey going downward. So I'm watching this, maybe setting an alert to remind me, hey, if Bitcoin comes in this zone, okay, I want to make sure that I'm alerted. I come back on the charts and prepare to take a sell order. Okay. Now, if it goes beyond this zone, okay, I'm not going to place a trade because then it reverse and it starts to go up. So I want to make sure that I'm, cognizant of the fact that if the market goes into this zone, this is a sweet spot for reversals. Okay. Now, let's go down to the 30-minute. Okay, because we got a lot of time before the market gets to this area. So I'm watching the market. I'm not placing any trades until that's the trap. That's 100. You said traps. This is where the trap is. So if the candles happen to get into that zone, I'm looking to place a sell order in the zone. based on some confluences, right? Based on a bearish engulfing candle, okay, based on a retouch. Once it comes into the zone here, it'll pull down. Let me give you an idea. The market will do something like this. That will never go up this big line, right? We continue to do one of these numbers. Comes into the zone, so if it's going to hit 0.68 or even 0.79, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to come into the zone, create a bearish engulfing candle, come back, right? Let's say this is a bearish engulfing candle, comes back and retouch the zone, and it continues journey down to make a lower low. And this is where the low is. Okay, we're looking for it to come all the way over here and make a lower low to continue its journey downward. All right, that's one way of looking at it. So I'm preparing myself for that particular strategy. Okay, or it'll go all the way up to 0.79, bounce off, and then come down. Okay, and then the last scenario is it breaks all of this and I don't take a trade. If it breaks all of that, then it's probably going to come back and touch 0.79 to continue its journey higher. Yes. All right. So those are the scenarios that I'm looking at. All right. So you can rewind the video and, take a look to see what I did, because that's my mind frame around Bitcoin at this time. Okay. And of course, the entries will be 5 minute or the 1 minute, but it's not in my zone yet for me to look at the entries, because it's way down here. So I'm just being patient to see if it'll get into those zones. All right, so be patient. Come back later on today to see if Bitcoin will actually get into the zone. Some of you probably say, well, why don't you just take a buy order? I'm not taking any buy orders, because it may reverse at any point, and then all of a sudden my account will be negative. So I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that it gets into the sweet spot before I take a trade. All right. So back to the 1 hour. And I'm looking at this zone. See, this is where I'm looking at over here. This is called the area of interest, this whole area here. So I'm looking at where the market has touched more than once up here as far as the zone. So if I was to put areas of interest, would be over here, because the market touched it once. Okay, this is areas of interest over here. Okay, so this is the area of interest. So if this is the area of interest, I'm looking to place trades in this area if it comes back to it. And it's usually at the 0.68. So this is where the market touched multiple times. So you can see this is called resistance up here. And if the market happens to come up into this area, okay, I'm looking to place sell orders, because what it did was it did come to this area over here, right? And then it came down. It never went above this area. It started to come traveling down to continue its journey. So I'm looking for it to do the same thing. So if it comes back into this zone, okay, I'm looking to place some sell orders. Now, if there's not going to be any, opportunity to get in, I'm not going to get in, of course, because if it continues journeying upwards, I'm not getting to the market. But if it bounces off this zone again, and you see this is what I'm looking for, this same exact thing over here. I'm looking for the same exact thing, this bearish engulfing candle. If it happens again, I'm in the market placing my trades in this area right here. Okay. And then I'm looking for a short sell. Let's say if it's right here, placing my stop loss above the zone and pulling this out to make a 1 to 3, right? 1 to 2.5, all the way back to this area to make a lower low. So I'm looking for 1.3, which would be a liquid. Same exact thing I would be doing over here because it happened once over here. So that's what I'm looking for. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna close out the video there. And that's what I normally do when placing before I place a trade. Mark up the charts, try to make some predictions. I set a trap, and once it gets in my zone or the trap zone, I'm looking to place orders in that zone. Now, if it goes beyond my zone and continues trading higher, I'm not placing any trades. But if it goes into this area that I marked up, right, this is the area of interest, because buyers and sellers are waiting to either buy it or sell in this area. The sellers are dominant because it never broke above the zone either. So I'm looking to do the same exact thing over here. Okay. Because if you look at this, we can see that has developed into what we call an inverted head and shoulders. Okay. Left shoulder, right? Inverted head and shoulders. Not going to be perfect. You can see this is a shoulder as well. But you get that, you understand what I'm saying. It's an inverted head and shoulders. Because this is a shoulder here, this is a shoulder here, this is the head, and all of a sudden it's actually going back up. So there's a zone here. And then if it hits that zone, I'm placing sells, 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 sells. Okay, you could do multiple sales, you could do one sale. It's up to you, but that's what I'm looking for. So with that being said, everybody, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. This is going to be posted on my YouTube channel. Subscribe, tell your friends, and share the video. And let's have a successful week next week. The market's open Monday, so let's go ahead and have some success. Thanks for watching. You all have a wonderful week.